Hello, everyone. This is Akata here. Thank you for joining me. Today, I would like to share with you another session with a client. And I would like to say that when I was doing her chart, I felt the energy of her through the photos I request always for doing chart. When I was tuning in with her energy, I saw a certain sadness in her, in also in knowing a little bit of her story before I start to chart. The deepness, the profound feelings that she has transmitted to me, that guide me to the beginning of a session, that instead of going straight into the presentation, I was guided to bring her into a meditation, to drop deep into the heart chakra inside the lotus, and through the protection and the love, the purity of this lotus, to go back into the true essence of her soul. And so she would feel the sessions was being protected, being guided, and that she is loved by the divine. So during that session, I felt the innocence in her, the purity in her, how she maintained the unconditional love, the Christ consciousness in her, in dealing with her environment, her family, her social background, and how she hold up always this hope, the compassion in her, in dealing with in her everyday lives. And in her Galactic Astrology, I mentioned that she has a very prominent Saturn position alignment, and her Saturn position is conjunct Pegasus. It just confirms so much that her soul coming back to this lifetime to uphold that childlike innocence, the creativity in a child face every day as a challenge, as something new, and to renew her life path. And she is also one of those people has Pluto conjunct Uranus, conjunct her sun in the 10th house in Virgo. That would bring us a very special blanket of people that were born between 1963 until 1967, 68. And I think the alignment of Pluto conjunct Uranus bring in these 5-6 years in those people, they are really facing tough time in their life journey. And her chart has shown with very particular alignment, she has what we call the mystical envelope, and she has Grand Trine, she has T-square, and all that just explained so well. the kind of life path that she have taken upon her shoulder. And it was a great honor for me to do her chart and to share the message and the life path, her north node of the manifestation that she comes into this life to be of service. And I thank her so much for being the person that she is, and thank you to her for her permission for me to share this amazing session with you. If you would like a session with me, please visit my website, becominglotus.org. From my heart to yours, Akata Vesta. Thank you. And I ask the divine to protect us, to send me messages that I should share with Daisy today. If you may, drop into your heart, in the middle of your chest. You may want to put your hand on your heart. Feel the beating of your heart. And we go beyond that, beyond your heart trap. There is a golden lotus waiting for you. So bright, so pure and divine. From a cell inside your mother's womb, inside this lotus womb, you are being born again. And the lotus now is fully open. And you are fully transformed. I hope that anything that being shared here, remember you inside this lotus. That is your true essence. Now, because you know astrology already, I'm giving you this chart with also the asteroid. As you know, I love asteroid. I think asteroid can explain so much of our inner world, of our inner psyche. And here we have a lot to say. Without going to the banal of the sun ascendant, maybe a little bit of moon that we will talk about, I want you to see here with your chart. It's really particular. You see this rectangle here? And with this rectangle, we have this cross. Do you know what is it called?
No.
It is called a mystical envelope. It is very particular. That means that while we can also relate it to the interceptor house for a certain extent, that regardless all this opposition, we can always see opposition as difficulties, as obstacles, as hurdles that we need to go through. When we go through those hurdles, it becomes a gift. In your life, you have a lot of these oppositions, okay? But as I say, the divine is always fair. You are presented with so much difficulties, but they give you also gifts and abilities to deal with it. And to deal with it, you have this envelope, the sextiling and the trines. And also, you have this diamond shape. I really want you to understand, it is not common. Because it is not common, sometimes in our early life, we find it hard to use certain gifts and abilities that we bring with us until we face all these hurdles, opposite and squares. You have a T-square here. Don't forget about it. Like, apart from all the blues are gifts and abilities, you have also a T-square here. And you have Venus, Vesta, Pluto, Uranus, your Sun, and Mercury. In your opposition, in Pisces, you have Jericho, Lilith, Chiron, and Saturn. Look at it. In your fourth house, our family, your root. What difficulties you have in your family, your immediate environment, your mother, your fathers, your siblings, and everything that regarding where you were born and how you live your family life. And Stacy, you have the three most difficult planets together. Lilith, Chiron, and Saturn. Lilith, I think you, if you have watched all my video, you know that Lilith, for me, is one of the most fascinating, mystical asteroid to deal with. Our unconscious shadows and fears that in your environment as the first hurdle that you need to deal with. You are still within the personal spheres before you go out into the society. The first hurdle that you would face early in life is knowing what were your shadows, the fear in you, in your family environment. And by seeing your shadows, what you are fearing, and the fear that is surrounding you also, it's not just from your inward, also from outward. How your environment make you feel insecure, make you feel oppressed, make you feel not understood. In certain way, it is also about injustice. How Lilith felt she was being treated unjustly by who is in the position of power. The position of power in a family is the family, mothers, fathers, grandparents, societal limitations. And so that by facing these internal and external shadows, you come here with the task to heal what your family presenting to you, your root. And it is not you, because we have Saturn, the Lord of Karma. So you are here to doing a job that is not just you. You are here to do with a karmic family situations. And to help you, what do you have? You have Cheriko. Cheriko is the wife of Chiron. She
No
is,
kidding.
yes.
Chiron is my favorite celestial body.
So Cheriko was the wife of Chiron. And she is also very healing, very supportive. She has this energy of staying with him, going through every difficulties. And so you have both wife and husband in the same house to do this healing work. That further emphasizes the importance of your house, of your root, of your family, the kind of work that you are here to do. Right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what do we have opposite? So, you have 18, 23, 26. All this going into opposite. Your Pluto, your Uranus, your Sun, and your Mercury. So we go by the training. The first one, the first abilities that you need to tap into is your Venus. That by overcoming all these oppositions, for you, the first thing you need to do is keep the kind of love that is in you and for the others. That you cannot go through life without love. And I think by reading your answer, that you are there giving support to your families, that is the ultimate demonstration that you are already doing it. By being there, loving them, giving them support. Then come Vesta. In your case, Vesta being here, you will have your Vesta return very soon though. Remember that. It really ignites something with Vesta. So in here, with this 15 degrees, that would opposite your Lilith. Very significant. While Lilith is the shadow side of us, where we cannot see, maybe deep down in our subconscious, the divine give you Vesta here, direct opposite. No matters how the circumstances that you are facing, you always have this instinct of righteousness, of what should be done and should not be done, what is right from wrong. The Vesta flame is very, very potent in you because of the direct opposition of Lilith. And ultimately, when you have your Vesta return, I think she is going to give you even more energies in facing what you need. Look, we all have our shadows. The shadows never finish. And when she touch your Vesta and when you have your return, I believe that you will see a whole lot better of your family situations, of the shadow side that sits in you and the shadow that's around. And while she's going your return, going through all this here, she's going to eliminate your Pluto, your Uranus, your Sun, and your Mercury. But right after her, what do you have? You have one of those most difficult years. From year 63 to year 67, those were the time where people were born under Pluto and Uranus conjunct.
Okay, I'm with you.
So you were within this time frame of Pluto and Uranus conjunct. It is so difficult. That means that in life, in your family situations, and in what you are here to do, the legacies that you are meant to perform, to manifest, always within this situation where you are going through this constant regeneration of dying, of rebirth caused by events that out of your control. Either family situations or your personal life, in your work maybe, but there is always in life, again and again, something happened, you have to shift. Something more happened, you have to shift again. And these constant cycles, how do we say, diamonds come out from from the great pressure of our earth movement. While you are going through that, you bring out who you are, the sun in you, 23 degrees after all that. And I would say that also represents you only come out with who you are, with your light, very late in life. Before that, I think like there's great difficulties for people to understand you, to see you. When you bring out the person that you are, then you have that gift of Mercury. I don't know how you feel now in life, but I think maybe now you are in a way that you can express yourself so much better because your Mercury is 29 degrees. It's analytic. I think that is a gift in you in conveying your idea, your thought. But it would be something very late in life.
I've only just started in the past year to awaken.
At this moment, we look at your South Node in Scorpio, 12th house. That means that you come in many past life, you were a mystic. You were highly spiritual. But the kind of spirituality that you have been practicing in many lifetimes were not being shared openly with common people. Should we say that? Maybe you were very recluded, a type of hermit. And maybe you felt that right from the beginning in your life that you were very distant from the others. You were very secretive. I mean, Scorpio on its own is already secretive. In your 12th house, it's even more hidden. With your South Node, like that is one level on the next. That you is like the lotus. when you were going deep down, back to the great silence, you were so recruited. With Neptune, spirituality of this uncomprehensible spirit that people can't tap into you. As if you are living your life as physical, but your mind has never been here. Do you feel that?
Yes, I have a disassociation with my body that I've been working on.
Yeah. Like, you are the secretive of the secretive of the secretive. 12th house, with Scorpio, with South Node, with Neptune. Like, for you to come out, to come back into this world, I think it was so hard. And maybe because of that, of this capacity to subtract yourself from the physical world, that is how you be able to keep yourself sane all these years. That is your saving grace. It's like how what's the word I want? It's your sanctuary. When you tap into your mind, when you can go off. So whatever that is surrounding you, influencing you as a physical form, but not influencing you in a spiritual level. When they are being presented as difficulties, especially in early life, they are being presented to forge the strength that is in us. You have already gone through all of them, Stacy. Today we are looking at that, but you know it well, I think. You have already gone through all this. You have done all this work.
I feel like I've only just started.
Well, the thing is, you are coming into this spiritual awakening in recent year, but you would not come into this spiritual understanding. And if you are in your life, you have given up yourself. Think about that.
I did come to that conclusion, and then went through a period of where, okay, I'm not going to give up myself to save others. But then I started to wonder, who am I? And then I started to do the Taurus North Node work, which is the more practical and releasing the spiritual, like not pulling cards, that kind of thing. I still get advice, but I'm trying to focus more on the physical, which is me finding myself. Is that what you mean?
Yes, but remember, the South Node, many refer to our karmic. When we hear this word karmic, we always relate to something negative, as that. The South Node also represents the gift we are coming in. This is the gift to help you to understand, to go through your regeneration process. This is the gift for you to take, to bring out the fortune that is in you. The moment that where you can find who you are. So, and as a chart, when the opposition, we have this South Node, we come in with this gift, with our past experience as lessons. And in this lifetime, we are working towards the the north node in your sixth house to be of service, to be practical. We do not forsaken what we come from here to do. We always come back to the middle point. Somehow in the process, we would try to suppress a little bit of our south node in order to come into our north node. But the ultimate mastery is integrating our south node together with our north node. So we have both abilities and we use it according to the situation, to the person, of knowing, not sacrificing yourself for the sake of the families. We can only save so much, right? And so ultimately, we bring these two together. We integrate all these abilities that you have. Even when there is opposition, even when there is square, when you have done your job, all these square, they are the motives, they are the energies for you to bring out your true essence. It is in your sixth house. What it means that you have this polarity of being yourself and giving the service without sacrificing yourself, which is a very different taste.
Yeah, that's a complex melding of methods to figure out. I have actually journaled on it. How do I not lose myself? And how do I be authentic without hurting other people? That's something I've been studying. And by studying, I mean meditating, contemplating.
Exactly. You see, you are already working towards your north node. And by doing this journaling, you are bringing your south and the north together, the integration of both points. That is ultimate mastery.
Yeah.
And attribute to develop loyalty, awareness of boundaries, taking things one step.
Those two, their first two, seem to be difficult to manage both of them at the same time.
Well, there is also loyalty to yourself.
That's true. I just heard something. It is a loyalty with an awareness of boundaries. Loyalty without an awareness of boundaries is not the way to go. It's loyalty with an awareness of boundaries. So it's I just got it, is what I'm saying. I understand it now.
It's like the love. We tend to think always love that we give to the others. We never think about the love that we give to ourselves. And we have forsaken us as the person until we learn to really love ourselves. And that is the same with loyalty. We have to be the first and foremost to be loyal to who we are, to not sacrifice who we are. Otherwise, we are just dormant.
Interesting. That correlates with other things that have come through. There's I was told that I could expect, actually during the summer, which is coming to an end, that I would be moving into a more creative job. So astrologically, that's sort of backing that up, just a different timeline.
The main theme, I think, for you, with everything that we have said, is service through boundaries, which you have already understood, in touch with one inner self, inner child innocence. Your sun Sabian, your moon Sabian. your Saturn is conjunct Pegasus. That, for me, is further emphasize the need of keeping those purity, those innocent in you, in order for you to utilize the energy of Saturn. Hmm?
Very nice.
Yeah, I think you will have a great chart.
Yeah, it's very consistent, isn't it?
Yes, yes. And with that, I would say thank you.
Thank
And
you.